Hey everyone, it's Lexi. I'm back with another Bible story. Today we're going to be talking about Daniel in the Lion's Den, which is a story that a lot of people are familiar with. I hope that you guys are. This is something that I learned when I was really young, and I still remember this story. So we're going to be in Daniel 6, verses 11 through 23. I'll give you all a second to get there. Daniel 6, verses 11 through 23. Okay, so I'm gonna start. The conspirators came and found him praying, asking God for help. They went straight to the king and reminded him of the royal decree that he had signed. "Did you not," they said, "sign a decree forbidding anyone to pray to any god or any man except you for the next 30 days? And anyone caught doing it would be thrown into the lion's den." "Absolutely," said the king, "written in stone like all the laws of Medes and the Persians." Then they said, "Daniel, one of the Jewish exiles, ignores you, O king, and defies your decree. 3 times a day he prays." At this, the king was very upset, and he tried his best to get Daniel out of the fix that he put him in. He worked at it the whole day long. But then the conspirators were back. "Remember, O king, it's the law of Medes and the Persians that the king's decree can never be changed." The king caved in and ordered Daniel be brought and thrown into the lion's den. But he said to Daniel, "Your God, to whom you are so loyal, is going to get you out of this." A stone slab was placed over the opening of the den, and then the king sealed the cover with his signet ring and the signet ring of all his nobles, fixing Daniel's fate. The king then went back to his palace. He refused supper. He couldn't sleep. He spent the night fasting. At daybreak, the king got up and hurried to the lion's den. As he approached the den, he called out anxiously, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God, whom you serve so loyally, saved you from the lions?" "O king, live forever," said Daniel. "My God sent his angel who closed the mouths of the lions so that they would not hurt me. I've been found innocent before God and also before you. O king, I've done nothing to harm you." When the king heard these words, he was happy. He ordered Daniel taken up out of the den. When he was hauled up, there wasn't a scratch on him. He had trusted his God. So, we got our 5 points from that, so we're going to go over each of them. The first point was that Daniel was committed to praying to God regularly. So we should start our days and end our days praying, and not just praying before we eat. Daniel gives us a really good example of how important prayer is and how it can possibly save us. Point 2, people who didn't like Daniel set up the plan to hurt him, but God protected Daniel. Sometimes people are going to be trying to harm us, and they'll be praying on our downfall, but we have God in our corner. We have nothing to worry about because he's going to protect us, just like he did Daniel. And the third point, Daniel was put into a den of lions as a punishment for praying. When you follow God, he will always take care of you. About 2 Sundays ago, Brother Nelson, he preached a lesson, and in that lesson he said that God didn't say that there wouldn't be trials. He said that he would be with us through the trials. So from that we can understand that we're going to go through things regardless of where we are, what stage we are in life, but we have confidence that God's going to still be with us throughout that. And point 4, the king loved Daniel, and he didn't want to put him in the lion's den, so he went in there early to check on Daniel. And Daniel was okay, and he told the king that God had sent an angel to protect him from the lions. The king and Daniel were good friends, and the king cared a lot about Daniel, so much so that he went and checked on him. They had a really intimate relationship. And point 5, Daniel trusted God, and another name for trust is faith. We must put our faith in God even when things don't look good. So, we're gonna go back over each point, wrap it up. All right. Starting with point 1, we got from that we should start our days in prayer and end our days in prayer. We shouldn't just be praying before we eat. Point number 2, we got that God is going to protect us even when people set up plans to harm us. From point number 3, we got that we're still gonna go through things, we're still gonna go through negative experiences, but God is gonna be there for us. Point number 4, we got that, we understood that Daniel was okay, and he told the king that God had sent an angel to protect him, and that Daniel and the king were friends. And point number 5, we understood that we had to put our faith in God and trust him, even in bad situations and when things don't look good. So I hope you guys got something from this lesson. I hope that you guys were able to understand it, and I hope to see you guys again. Bye, guys.